Boy Meets Girl, Waiting for a Star to Fall. That's Dan, RadioStyle. Hope everybody out there's having themselves a great day. Of course, I would play that song, right? Anybody that's listened to me with any length of time would know how much I love that. Signs 201, big kind of thing. After doing the last show, and had some comments and questions and things came through, and just emails I've been getting lately, and I was like, oh, yeah, probably a good idea to bring this up because it reminded me of when I was first playing around with signs. So totally normal to go through this, and for a lot of you that are out there playing around with signs, which are a lot of fun and very groovy, keep this in mind because I know a lot of you are doing this right now, and I want to try to explain why this doesn't work. You're gonna you're gonna have a hard time going down this path, and like I said, try to explain why. So, opinions in general are a tough thing to do signs on. So for those of you that, don't know what an opinion is whether or not you are going to like something. Let's use, for example, tomatoes, right? You could say that everybody likes tomatoes, and that is fact. And it's like, no, that's absolutely not fact. That's an opinion. Some people actually don't like tomatoes. Tomatoes are an acquired taste to some people. Some people just don't like the gushiness of them, whatever, right? So to say that tomatoes are awesome and that's fact, that's wrong. But to say that the ground will, gravity will hold you to the ground. There you go. I don't know. That's a fact. That's for sure, right? That the ground is there. I can stand on it. Like, that's a fact. I can verify that. Like, that van is parked right there. That's a fact. I can verify it. Now, granted, in some metaphysical crazy discussions you can get into trying to define whether or not that's actually there, but let's not get crazy right here, right? But for, you can decide, like, is this table here? Yes, this table's here, right? That's fact. That is a fact. It is verifiable. It is 100% true in all cases, with the exception of the weird ones. In all cases, the table is there. But not all people like tomatoes. So that's the difference between a fact and an opinion, right? Opinions are tough because what you feel right now may not be the same as how you feel in a week. What you feel today might not represent how you feel in a year. So asking opinionated questions, like asking for a sign, the universe is like, I don't really know. Because we are the ones that define things. When something happens to you or I, we look at it and go, eesh, that's bad. Or, oh, sweet, that's good, right? We decide that. Universe doesn't. It's like, here's a hot potato. It doesn't say, ooh, it's going to be, it's going to be scalding. It's going to burn you. Granted, it said hot, but here's a potato that's had its atoms excited. But whatever. Or here's something. Here's this. What do you do with it? What's your choice? What are you going to choose to do with it? We all have choices. We all have decisions we are going to make through life. So asking something that's an opinion and say, give me a sign, the universe doesn't really know what to do. I don't know. I don't know what you're going to choose. You have a number of choices. There's a likely scenario, sure, but I can't say that. You're asking for a very specific, is this going to make me happy? Some examples I came up with. Is this a good idea? Is dating so-and-so a good idea? Should I wait for her? Should I wait for her? What does that truly mean? Think about that statement for a second, just in what you're actually asking. Universe, I would like you to tell me whether or not my decision to do something is actually going to make me happy. Now, that's a decision you're going to have to ask. Is it worth the wait? How long's the wait? There's a question you could ask the universe. That's a very fact type thing, right? There's a yes-no kind of concept to that. But how long's the wait? Okay, well, the wait's going to be 12 years. Are you going to be happy? I don't know when you put it like that. Well, you're asking the universe, am I going to be happy? Is it going to be worth the wait? I don't know. I don't know how you're going to feel about it. It might be a month, so it doesn't matter. And so maybe in some cases it can show you easier. Other times it may be, especially when there's growth involved. So maybe it's only a year out, which really isn't that far. Big picture, long term, right? Maybe you're 6 months into it right now, right? So another 6 months. Maybe it's only a year in total time, but there's a number of fights and patterns that maybe exist. And maybe there's something that needs to mature and heal and finally grow up so these fights don't happen anymore. Because the fights can't keep happening and then get back together and then keep fighting. Like, no, you already broke up because of the fighting. So if there's any tendency, especially for anyone that's in these breakup scenarios, if there's any tendency to go back to old patterns, no, that's almost always a red flag for the person that maybe had the guts to get away. Like whoever did the breaking up maybe, or whoever did the pushing away first. And even if it was the person that's trying to get them back, maybe they're like, I don't know, you're too unstable, right? Because you're like, first you're kicking me out, and now you're wanting me back. Like that's, right? So again, I don't know what you're going to choose after all the things are said and done. Are you going to step up to the plate? Are you going to make the changes personally that you need to make this work? I've said in other shows before that for something to happen in a lot of cases, especially relationships, there's life growths. There you go, that's better. That need to happen. And when these growths need to occur and they don't, it creates a situation where this can't happen. It's not a reality until you step up to this level of thinking, this way of thinking. I talked about that Einstein quote before, where the problems that we face today cannot be fixed with the same level of thinking with which we created, meaning the issues you're dealing with right now require an elevated way to look at them from your standpoint, some growth, something, some way to look at it differently, like it doesn't bother me anymore. Okay, that's different, like whatever. You need to alter your way of dealing with this situation. If you keep having something repeat, then you need to try something different. It's you. It's 100% you. If you want things to change, then it's up to you. So universe, when you say, is this good? Am I going to be happy? Is it worth the wait? I don't know. I don't know. What are you going to do? So I'm hoping this makes sense. It's not like trying to lecture you on making life choices. Sure, that's a great idea, and you should, without a doubt. I think that's just a good opinion, right? But it's trying to demonstrate when you ask an opinion of the universe, like, I don't know. I will give you whatever you ask for, but you keep asking for things in weird ways. You keep doing weird behaviors. You keep not facing things that you need to do. And until you do that, then I can give you this. But if you don't do that, I can't give you this. You keep asking me if you're going to be happy with this. I'm like, I don't even know if you're going to choose it. I would think you'd be happy because if you choose it, yeah, it was your choice. I'm just giving you what you're asking for. I don't care. That's me personifying universe. Yeah. Universe is like, no, this is just the way it works. And it's really not some sort of person that's sitting there going, should I let Susan have it? Okay, this time. What about Jordan? No, you've been bad. Nuh-uh, you don't get it. How about Jenny? Oh, Jenny's okay. No, it's not like that at all. It's us. It's our interactions with universe. It's just the laws that exist within the universe. What we put out is what we get back. So when we send out all this junked up stuff and we still have things that we need to arrange, like Wayne Dyer, I think, no, it's Jordan Peterson talks about having, like if you're going to worry about trying to get stuff out in the outer world, make sure you've got your inner world cleaned up. I'm totally bastardizing that quote, but that's basically what he means is make sure you got your house in order before you go and start throwing stones at other people's houses. So again, it's one of those things where we sometimes need to kind of take it by the horns and, own up to what we need to do, and in which case this universe can sometimes give us better opinion answers. But generally speaking, stay away from those kind of things. Is he right? Is he best for me? Am I going to be happy? Should I do this? Blah, blah, blah. That kind of crap, no, just really stay away from it. And please understand why. It's not punishment. It's not that it's bad. There's nothing wrong with it. It's an unanswerable question from the universe's standpoint. Universe is like, it's up to you. You tell me. Universe basically like, you tell me. So things you can say is, can this happen? Oh, that's a different question. No, yes. Well, yes or no. It can or it can't. There's a question you can ask. Will this happen within a period of time? That's a question you can ask. Right? Some of these things can definitely be, is this individual a good fit for me spiritually and in my evolution in life? That's actually a fair question. A good fit. It's not saying, is she the perfect one? Is she the right one? Is she the only one? No, because the answer is going to be no in a lot of that stuff. No, I don't think there's an only, frankly, right? Universe is very interesting, and we have a rather large soul family, and we do, I think, choose to that's why sometimes I think when you meet people, you just feel there's just that weird feeling. You don't just feel that every time you meet people. God, how crazy would that be if you had that like crazy chemistry with every individual you ever met? Like then it would never mean anything. But when you do have chemistry with someone, oh my God, it's off the charts. It's immediate. It's like they talk about love at first sight. It's that kind of stuff. So it's good to kind of Try to get yourself moving in those directions, thinking in those kinds of ways, and you will go a lot further in the whole signs thing. Just a lot of people are asking for weird, opinion-y things. Look at what you're asking for. If you're asking for opinion-y things, and I've just already talked about what fact and opinion. If at this point you're like, what's the difference? Listen really early on in this video, and I talk about it. So again, it's that concept of making sure that what we're asking is kind of a yes-no sort of thing, not a shades of vanilla or, or a plethora of, black through grayscale through, like a bitonal or whatever. Like it's not that way. It's, ask more of a yes or no, because again, our lives are complex and we have a lot of decisions we're going to make before things happen sometimes. Sometimes it's not just as easy as saying, well, if I think about it, it's going to happen. Well, that's true. Yes, that helps tell the universe, here's what's up. But if I have all these resistance and blockages and things within me that haven't been dealt with, well, it's probably not going to happen because I'll keep blocking it. I'll keep handbraking it. I'll keep whatevering it. These things should hopefully make a difference. Going out with a great song by Styx. It's called Show Me the Way. Stay in radio style.
Fine with some